This is going to be a big game for both teams. I think just before this clash, uh, City will be playing their game against Wolves at their home stadium. So I can only see City beating them comfortably by 3 to 4 goal, and they would now be closing the gap with Arsenal. With Arsenal still have a game in hand with from all the other teams. This game is really key, man. So what can we expect from this game? United dropped two massive points against Crystal Palace, and yesterday we just saw that Newcastle also dropped points against Crystal Palace. Nil-nil draw between Palace and Newcastle. So Arsenal will be looking at City and United would be looking at Newcastle. They want to create a gap between themselves. City want to close the gap, Arsenal want to create a gap, and for United want to create a gap between them and Newcastle, who are fighting right now for the top 4 spot. So this game is massive for both teams. Erik ten Hag, especially after tactically he outdone Arteta in the first clash when they meet for the first time. United won the game by 3 goals to 1. First goal from, I think it was Martinelli goal, which was ruled out because of the foul on Eriksen by Odegaard. So this will be key because Arsenal will be coming for revenge here. This is also their home game. They haven't lost any game at their home. They only dropped 2 points against Newcastle United. With no Casemiro ruled out for this game after getting yellow card against Crystal Palace. A suspension for him. I think this could be a tricky one for Ten Hag, and we just heard a Ten Hag press conference that he have said it already. Is preparing his team to face against Arsenal, but I think Arsenal they really play well, especially in their home. Only twice I have seen Arsenal struggle this season. One against Leeds away from home, and one at home against Newcastle. Newcastle just sit back and they just given all this ball to possession to Arsenal, and they were telling Arsenal to come at us, break us, and then you can score. And at that Leeds game away from home, I think Leeds were pressing them. They pressed them for the whole 90 minutes, but still Arsenal came out on top. They collected the much needed point. I think this should be, for me, I don't know, man. Midfield is a key. Arsenal biggest strength is their midfield. For me, their midfield is their biggest strength, with Odegaard, with Saka and Thomas Partey. These three are really key. And for United, without Casemiro, with McTominay Fred, I think United, this is the position where United are really weak, and they will target it. I don't think Ten Hag will do the same thing he has done against City, where he man-marked Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne is a different kind of player to Odegaard. Odegaard is everywhere, man. You can see him starting the attack, then finding the pass again. You can see him everywhere. Starting the attack, scoring the goal, he's everywhere. He is their main man. So I think for me, United might play a 4 midfield of Eriksen, Bruno, Fred and McTominay, and they would go 2 at the top, maybe Weghorst and Rashford, or maybe Rashford and maybe Garnacho or someone like Anthony. The key point for United, the key player for this game for United is Rashford. If Rashford is fully fit, I think then he should be a big factor. He could have a big impact in this game. He could change this game, man, because Arsenal just like to play on the high line. They will come out, they will keep a high line, so that would give too much space for Rashford on a break. With too much space, too much time, with a high line, I think he can get something out from this game for United. First, I think the first half would be key for me. Ten Hag, so far I have not seen him concede that many goals after City game. The only time United conceded 3 goals against, that was against Villa, and Villa at that game had 3 shots, and 3 shots they scored all their 3 goals from 3 shots. So far United defensively are solid, so are Arsenal. I think Newcastle have the best defense in this league right now, and the second is Arsenal, third is maybe City, and then United. So this would be a key battle. The main battle would be at midfield, and I think United would be, they would again be, their biggest strength is counter attack football. That's what they have done under Mourinho for 2.5 years. That's what they have done under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for 2.5 years, and I think they would repeat the same thing again. They are still not fully under Ten Hag philosophy. We can see that Ten Hag still needs some player to play the way he wants to play. So, but the one thing that Ten Hag impressed me is that if the player are not there for his kind of football, he is ready to adapt the way the players have been playing. He is giving them the all the free space, free role that they do under the previous manager. So let's see, man. I think again United will play on a break. They will try to hit Arsenal on a break, and if Arsenal score in the first 30 minutes, that would be a long game for United. The first thing Ten Hag would do would be just don't concede in the first half. That's it. And another major key for things for this game is De Gea, especially De Gea. I've noticed it with De Gea. Whenever United travel to Arsenal, Granit Xhaka have scored against De Gea from a long range, and Arsenal are really good from taking shot outside the box. They have scored a lot of goals this season from outside the box, and De Gea is really vulnerable at that thing. So we have to notice that. And the other major thing is, I'm not worried about Wan-Bissaka when he's 1v1 with Martinelli, and neither with Saka versus Malaysia. If Malaysia plays, I'm not worried about Saka versus Malaysia battle. 1v1 we are okay defensively, but my main worry is if Arsenal decide to cross from the right hand side, and because Martinelli is really good aerially, he's pretty good, man. He's damn good, and De Gea in his near post is again poor, and so is Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka aerially, he don't know where his man is. We have seen it before. Last game when we played against City, Grealish scored a header from that side, so that is also a big concern for me for United. And up front, in the back line, I think their major problem is at the back line for me. Gabriel and Saliba, they don't have that pace. The way right now Arsenal are playing, that's okay, but I think with the high line they don't have that pace to cover the player. If anyone can go direct against them, I think they would face a lot of trouble. And let's see if Weghorst start or not. Weghorst will give them some different kind of problem this time around. With a he's maybe 6'6" or 6'5" or 6'6" height. I think he would cause a lot of trouble for them, and he has a decent pace for that height, and he can press really well. So the key battle will be Bruno Fernandes. I think this game is not for Eriksen for me. If United are going with the pivot of Eriksen, Fred, or Eriksen or McTominay, I think Arsenal will better them. Arsenal will better them because Eriksen has not been that great after World Cup. He's not been that great. With the ball, he's brilliant. I have no doubt about that. But sometimes he does keep the ball away way too easily. After the World Cup break, I'm not that impressed. Before the break, I was, he's a smart signing so far. I thought he was a smart signing before the World Cup break. He was doing everything right. He was in the right position. But after the World Cup break, I think I've seen him giving the ball away and then not doing too much of a defensive job. So let's see, man. The midfield battle will be key. Any team who dominates the midfield will win this game because Arsenal don't have any focal point up front. So only really I'm worried about maybe Gabriel, Saliba, and Martinelli. That's the three position. That's the three key player who are pretty good from the set piece. And if I think Ten Hag have to learn it, man. Ten Hag have to. You can't just man mark Odegaard with Fred again because Arteta could have watched that game against City and he know in the second half the way Pep Guardiola tweaked his team and then in the second half the way City dominated the ball and then Arteta will do the same thing from the minute one. But in that last game against City, United had a lot of time. They had a first full half where they dominated the game, but so Ten Hag would do the same thing that Pep Guardiola have done in the second half. So let's say that the tactical battle will be key for me. The other concern, man, I think Rashford, if they play high line, Ben White, Gabriel, and Saliba, and especially I forgot, man, I forgot to tell you the main thing about Anthony would be seen in this game because if Anthony start against Zinchenko, Zinchenko can't come inside at the midfield to create that overload again because that would give space to Anthony on the right hand side. So I think this should be another key battle for me. So everywhere we can see the tactical key battle everywhere in every position of the pitch. So this is key for both United and Arsenal. Every position, I think defensively United are okay. So are Arsenal. Midfield, Arsenal have a better midfielder. They are strong in midfield. United are weak in midfield. And up front, I think if Rashford start, that will give United a plus point because Rashford, the only man Arsenal should be worried for this game is Marcus Rashford. If Rashford starts and if Rashford is fully fit, that Rashford is going to keep them up. I'm telling you right now, Rashford would be the guy who can impact this game. With the high line that Arsenal plays, this is a key battle for me. I think up front because of Rashford, I think United have an edge because they have Garnacho from the bench. Even Trossard, even Arsenal have signed Trossard right now, but Trossard has not trained with Arsenal team, and he is fully yet to understand the way Arteta is playing. So that will take some time. So that's an advantage for United because United have Garnacho in the bench. If Anthony start Anthony, then they have maybe if Sancho is back in the squad, Sancho they have players who can change even after coming as a substitution. Yeah, man, that's a key battle. We should be. I'm really excited to watch this game tactically. We might learn something new. Let's see what Ten Hag does without Casemiro. With Casemiro, United would 100% get something out of this game. But without Casemiro, I think I'm not sure if United would be able to get something from this game or not. The main thing for United is not to concede a goal in the first half. First half, yeah, I'm telling you. If Arsenal score one, I know how hungry they are. I've seen it before. Even in the game, they have conceded the first goal early, but when they get one, they would get two. Second, they would get third. So that's my main concern for United. If United didn't concede in the first half, that will frustrate the whole stadium, whole Arsenal fans, their players. So United have to get into the Arsenal players' brain if they want to get something from this game, and that will also prove that this team is United under Ten Hag is getting they're now ready for maybe next season or in a couple of seasons they might be challenging for the title. Right now, I think it's a race between Arsenal and City. If anyone who asks me, I still would say City would win because they have two games still left, still to play, both against Arsenal. That would be a key game. And the next one is because of the World Cup. We are right now on the 22nd of January. We just have played maybe 19-20 games, so we still have maybe 18 games left to end this season. 18 games, the 10-point difference is nothing, man. 10 point, any team can climb the 10-point gap right now from here to the end of the season. Even that's why I'm saying Liverpool, Chelsea, even Spurs, everyone are fighting for that top 4 position. United are not right now, they are in top 4, but I don't know if they will be in the top 4 by the end of this season. Every team is there, man. Every team can achieve the top 4 spot. That is still, this top 4 is still open. So the title race is still open for me. uh, if United get 3 points here against Arsenal, if United somehow able to get 3 points today against Arsenal, I think they would be back for that title spot, because this would put a lot of pressure with this. Now the tactical everything is gone. From here to the end of the season, it's about all about mental. Are you mentally prepared? Because Wolves versus City game is the first game. After that, Arsenal will face United. If City somehow battered Wolves, that would put some more pressure on Arsenal. And if Wolves can get something out of this game again, that would be put more pressure. Both way, it's all up to Arsenal. It's all up to Arsenal, the way how they will play, how they will play, how they will collect point. It's all up to them. It's there to lose. It's not there to lose. For United, it's nothing to lose, because from at the start of the season, everyone with the expectation under Ten Hag was just make top 6 and win a cup. That's it. Now he has exceeding those all those expectations right now. So all the pressure is on Arsenal to win this game. So United have nothing to lose. They have already lost Casemiro. So that's it, man. Let's see what would Ten Hag do today. What would Arteta do? And who would maybe who would score goal? Saka is key for them. Odegaard is key for them. For United, it's Varane, Casemiro, and Rashford. If these three play till the end of the season, then United will make top 4. And if Saka, Odegaard, and Thomas Partey stay fit for the whole season, then I think Arsenal can dream about winning the EPL title. But first, this should be the game. This today, this would be now. Then everyone would start to believe that Arsenal are going to win the league. This is the game for me. This is the biggest game of Arsenal season so far. If they win today, I think they have a chance. If they lose, then everyone still Newcastle have a chance to win the league. United have a chance to win the league. City have a chance to win the league. So this will close all the gate for me. This can close all the top 4 debate. This can close the title race debate for me. So that's it, man. That's it for today. I will be back for watch along. Maybe Wolves versus City watch along. I'm out. Peace.